episode, we're focusing on feline health in honor of Take Your Cat to the Vet Day, which is celebrated this month on August 22nd. According to Trupanion North American data, dogs make 82% more unexpected visits to the vet than cats. Dr. Jurney, do you have any thoughts on why that might be?
Absolutely. Dogs are troublemakers, man. Dogs like to get into all sorts of stuff, and cats are, I think, just more reserved creatures in general. I mean, not my cat. That's monster right there. He is a monster. But other people's cats, I hear. And I think more than that, when cats are sick, when they're in pain, they tend to hide, and that masks a lot of signs of illness. So a lot of times, by the time we realize cats are sick, they're actually quite sick.
This is really getting at the root of why we wanted to make this episode. It feels like there's a lot of content out there for pet parents geared toward dog behavior and canine health, which maybe leaves cat parents feeling a little bit left out of the pack. So we're putting felines front and center today. We're going to dig into some common cat behaviors and potential medical conditions they may signal so that as cat parents, you're better equipped to keep an eye out for when your kitty may need a trip to the vet. So let's get started with demystifying some cat behavior. I want to start with hairballs. My cat Violet yaks up a pile of hair at least once every couple of months, and it's gross, if not slightly disturbing. I've pretty much been raised to believe that this is completely normal behavior from cats, but is it cause for greater concern?
Well, I think like anything in life, it depends, right? Hair is not digestible. Cats are very fastidious creatures, and they do groom, right? So that hair is going somewhere, and they often swallow it. Now, in a normal situation, it's supposed to move through the intestines and be pooped out. But that doesn't always happen. And then the kitties can get basically a ball of hair, which, fun word, is a trichobezoar, which is very fancy for hairball. And that ends up getting vomited out. And there's some of that really isn't that concerning, especially if you've got a very fluffy kitty. One of my cats, Coconut, is quite fluffy, and he is our hairball guy. And if it's once in a while, once a month, certainly not more than once a week, I'm not super worried about that. There are certainly some things you can do to make it less frequent. There are some laxatives. There's an over-the-counter one called Laxatone. You can increase the fiber in their diet to help move all that stuff too. But you don't want to ignore a symptom like vomiting for very long, because it can in fact be an indication of a more serious problem, something like inflammatory bowel disease, for instance, or small cell lymphoma even.
Yeah, inflammatory bowel disease is actually one of the top 10 most common claims that we see at Trupanion for cats. And in 2023, we saw 3,060 claims for this condition, which makes up 2% of our total claims for cats.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all.